Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. I hope you're all doing really well. Scorpio, we are going to start with these particular oracle cards this time, and then we're going to bring in some tarot to get some guidance moving forward. So let's get started and see what messages Spirit have for you. Spirit, we're with Scorpio, please. With Scorpio. Oop, here we go. Scorpio, wow, that's an exciting start. We have new life. Oh, my goodness, which one is it? It's that one. It's come up in reverse, so it's round and round. We'll come to that in a second. Oh gosh, your cards are so jumpy. What's going on? We have flexible. And on the bottom of the deck, we have a leg up. So, Scorpio, this is looking really interesting. You've got something new ahead of you. For some of you, you could be making a major life change. Again, this will be up to you. I do feel that there's an element of being guided by spirit along the way that is coming through in your energy. But I do feel that some of you are taking quite a big step forward. Some of you may be emigrating. Some of you may be, just creating something for your future. Whatever it is, it feels exhilarating. It feels like it's going to bring a real sense of new energy and new life into your being. Now, it's going to be different for all of you because these are very general readings. So please take what resonates. For some of you, this can be just a new beginning, but on a smaller scale. Depends what you're choosing. You may be having some spiritual guidance along the way. But again, when I'm always careful in readings, because I know sometimes people can find, when we say things like you're going to have a completely new life, some people can feel very overwhelmed by that because it's not something they're particularly wanting. And so, I'm always careful to point out that, yes, for some of you, this does feel like a major change, like you're really ready for it, like this person is stretching and waking up and ready to throw themselves into a new way of being. But for others of you, when it says new life, this will be on a smaller scale. It could be that you are starting a new project, but it may well be on just a manageable scale. You may be moving house, but within the same area you already live in, so everything's still familiar to you. It can mean different things to different people, but there's definitely a new beginning here that will bring a sense of freshness and new energy into your life. This came out upside down, and it is the round and round card. And this shows me that there's a cycle ending. This may be why you're having a new beginning. So, like I said, if you have been planning to maybe, I'm only using moving house as an example, and it's the first thing that came into my mind. But if you had been planning this for a long time, or maybe you've been having financial struggles, something like that for a long time, Spirit are saying, this is now at an end. This is ending. You're not having those struggles anymore. That cycle has finished. Because when this card is upright, it talks about a cycle that just keeps going round and round and round. And it's like, you know what? It's not happening anymore. It's been brought to a close. And I feel it's because you've made a decision about how you want life to be moving forward, Scorpio. So that's really healthy energy for you. Spirit is saying you may have to be flexible though, Scorpio. This isn't a time to be rigid in your steps that you're taking forward. You may have to look at all sorts of options. You may have to deviate from your original plans. Doesn't mean that you aren't going to achieve your original plans, but You may need to be more accepting or more tolerant of maybe delays in things, or maybe, I just, I can't think of the wording here. It's just the need to be open to other ideas, because you may find that you've got it all planned out in the beginning of how it's going to be, but then something doesn't quite happen in the way you thought it would. So you may have to be flexible to find a different route around it. That's what I'm trying to say. And alongside that, we have the leg up card. So don't be afraid of asking for help or accepting help if you need it along the way, Scorpio. It comes hand in hand with the flexibility card. You know, it may be that if you're having to reroute from your plans for some reason, and I'm not saying you definitely will, but if you do, it's about being receptive to assistance if you need it. And it may just be guidance. It may be something as simple as you've planned the holiday of a lifetime. Your planning stages have ended because now you're taking action. You may need to, maybe one of the forms of transport that you were planning to go on has had some problems and you're having to deviate and go a different route with a different form of transport. You may need to seek advice about the best way to do that. It can be something as straightforward as that. For others of you, it feels like major life decisions. So let me know how this resonates for you, because it's got a really exciting energy to it, and there is a sense of renewal coming through in terms, as I said, of your energy levels, your sense of excitement, and it feels like a bit of an adventure, to be honest. Let's see what the tarot guide us. Let's see what my English, I don't know what's happening with my words at the moment. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, wow. You have literally brought this into being. Whatever this step is you're taking, this new life that you're starting, this new experience you're bringing into your existing life, you have everything you need to take it forward. And the Magician is a card of manifestation as well. So this really is about, I really think that you have somehow manifested this new beginning into your life to give you that new sense of renewal and excitement. But again, as I say, Spirit are saying that with the Magician card, it shows us that you've got all the skills and all those bits that you need within you to take these plans forward and to be successful. Again, please, Spirit, sorry I missed that. Oh my goodness, they've given us this in reverse as well. It may have been for a long time that you felt disconnected in some way. You know, we said the end of a cycle. I felt it was the end of a struggle, the end of frustration, the end of something that just wasn't working, which is why you're creating a new beginning of some kind. And, you know, with the Two of Cups, it's very much about, it can be a partnership. It's something you're emotionally connected with in some way, a bringing together of energies that feel right. And the fact that they've given us in reverse makes me feel a sense of disconnection. And that's why it's been brought to a close, because it felt like you were ready for something new that was more fulfilling or added a new dimension to your life, because you were fed up feeling sort of, maybe literally fed up. Maybe you were bored in a situation. Maybe you were feeling a bit just disconnected, and you know, that sense of apathy that you get sometimes in life where you just sort of think, oh, you know, I've been doing the same thing forever. At one time it was something that I loved, but actually, you know what? I feel quite disconnected from it now because I'm ready for growth. I'm ready for renewal. I'm ready for something, you know, an adventure, something exciting in life, a new start, a fresh challenge. It's that sort of feeling. They're drawing that feeling to a close because we know that you've got all you need to bring it forward into something much more exciting, to bring this new life forward. I meant, not that. Seriously, I worry about myself sometimes. So let's see what else. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I love this. I love seeing the Six of Swords here, because you remember we talked about the need to be flexible. You may have to find your way round things. This is the card you need to find your way round things. The Six of Swords is a card of forward movement and overcoming obstacles. So it doesn't matter how many swords are put in your way on your forward journey, the swords representing obstacles, doesn't matter. You will continue to move forward and overcome any obstacles, but you may need to be flexible in order to do that. That is the perfect match of cards there, honestly. What else for Scorpio, please? I dropped that, so I'm not going to take it. What else for Scorpio, please, Spirit? We see with the Three of Wands, you having made a decision about your future. You may have been weighing up the pros and cons about a situation in the Two of Wands. We haven't got the Two of Wands here, but the Two of Wands comes obviously before the Three. And what we see with the Three of Wands is you at that stage where you've made the decision and now you're kind of waiting for things to fall into place, waiting for things to happen, waiting for your ship to come in, you know? And Spirit are saying, in order to help things move along, rather than you waiting, because it feels like a strong waiting energy with this card, rather than you just gazing forward, waiting for something to happen, accept help if it's offered. If someone holds the key to enable you to move forward and actually take the action rather than waiting for action to happen, then why not let these people help you, or this person help you? Wow. Okay, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it there. It's quite intriguing, this. Quite intriguing. I feel like they need me to pull another card. It's so weird that. Tell us the outcome if Scorpio accept help here. Oh gosh, they presented that straight away, so let's see. Five of Cups. Okay, they're highlighting the importance of you accepting help, because they said, you know, yes, you could sit in the Three of Wands and wait for your ship to come in, but it could lead to that sort of stagnant energy where you're looking at things that happened in the past. You've got some regrets maybe. You're looking at things that didn't work out. And it's when this self-doubt starts to creep in. But what we see with the Five of Cups is, although there are broken things from the past, we see glasses here. That's the way they've represented them. But you're looking at things that have broken in the past, but we have a glass here that is upstanding, that you can use, that will help you moving forward. That is what you're seeing here. So they said, while you're waiting for things to happen, if you accepted help, you would be able to fill this cup and move forward. But if you sit in this energy, if you don't accept help, Scorpio, and you sit in this energy of just waiting for your ship to come in, you're likely to slip into self-doubt, or doubt that it ever will materialize or come in, whatever it is you're waiting for. And they said all that time you could have filled your cup to get on with your new life, your new experiences, if you'd only accepted some help. So don't push people who want to help you away. Obviously they've got to be the right people, but they've been putting you on your path for a reason. So obviously Spirit wanted me to labour that point because I was going to finish the reading, but it didn't feel right. I felt like I had to say something else. Things are going to work out. I need to show you the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, it may have taken her a while to achieve, you know, becoming queen, because it didn't happen in a day. The Pentacles are very slow moving suit in the tarot deck. But the Queen achieves in the long run. She brings in stability. We see it with this lovely house here. But she has financial abundance. She's very practical. She's taken practical steps, very considered practical steps along the way, but she's kept moving forward. And that is why she's now in a position where she feels stable, secure, and happy. Wow. Scorpio, that was a really interesting reading. There's good things happening. And remember, I want to bring you back to here because the Magician being in your reading is key. You have all you need to achieve this new life. Even if it's just a new experience you're bringing into your life, or, you know, you're tweaking your life in some way to do new activities, whatever it is, you can bring in the new life in whichever format you want it to be. The Magician's a very strong energy. All the negativity, all the disconnection, all the feelings of being fed up and bored, they're ending. You're going to be overcoming obstacles if you're flexible enough to do that. So no room for self-doubt. You will reach that feeling of security, stability, and accomplishment. Wow. I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please do let me know how it resonated for you. And I want to say thank you for all your ongoing support. Thank you for all of you, particularly who followed me. It makes such a difference. And for me, I love to know that the readings are helpful to people and, you know, they bring you that guidance, that support and that hope. So thank you all for your comments, for all the follows, and I will talk to you all really soon. Bye for now.